Okay, thank you very much. So from the industrial perspective, I will just share with you some of the insights that how we are making use of compliance data for improving our supply chain management. Because okay, we started this digitization process since 2015, but in 2019 when we hit by COVID across our 24 cash and carry countries and 34 in total, where Metro is operating globally as a international wholesale business service provider, uh, we realized that we should accelerate our digitization processes in a faster pace, and we tried and we achieved. And not only we achieved, but we also have seen some of the benefits, and I will share with you some of the highlights of those digitization processes which we accomplished during these last couple of years. So sharing with you that in Metro AG, we called our digitization system as M quality, means the Metro quality. So this is a whole end-to-end digitized quality management system. It involved, because as a wholesale we are almost having control across the whole supply chain, starting from supplier selection, product development, sales, and then also engaging with the B2B customers, and also to the institutional customers as well. So we launched this digitized quality management system with some very clear ambitions, with some very clear objectives. And as I shared, that we started even in 2015 digitization process for our professional customer, and then included all of our supply chain elements which are involved for managing the you can say quality management system and food safety management system, for improving efficiency. And how we improve the efficiency of our process, because we optimize our processes across 34 countries, especially the 24 countries where we are having this cash and carry business. And in this Asia region, let's suppose we are having in India, in Pakistan, and also previously we were having in China as well, in Japan. So we try to improve our process through standardization and optimization of the process. The second ambition we set, that we improve as well the customer centricity. How we improve the customer centricity? It's because we reduce so much admin work which we were previously doing in terms of you can say some Excel based management system or some paper based management system. So we improved a lot of the customer centricity and service by responding them in time and reducing the you can say the lead time in between the process approval in terms of supplier selection, product selection, and then delivering to the customers. And on top of that, the one of the ideal benefit or ideal ambition we set it is that efficient data quality management, like the previous colleague Mr. Bobby was Krishna was explaining, that how we can make an efficiency within the and we can go for the trend analysis and improvement through this digitized approach, through these digitization of the quality data of all the processes, starting from cash and carry countries, and also we are involving our food service delivery businesses and trading offices as well for the data analysis. Last but not the least, as we are a wholesaler and we are having our own exclusive brand products, so we have created a data transparency across the supply chain. And it not only create a transparency across the supply chain, but it also improve you can say the lead time. If we started a project and we delivered the project in 10 months, so it's this 10-month period reduced to even 6 months. So even we are thinking about a more improvement in this whole process, and with more transparency in whole the process steps. I will share with you some of the you can see some of the overview where we have done this digitization. So the first KPI, the first part where we did the end-to-end digitization, it's the Metro, you can say the QMS digitization for Metro exclusive brand products. Metro is having around, you can say, more than 6,000 own brand products globally. And as a common source product, we are having around 2,500 products. which we are distributing to 24 countries and some trading offices. And to develop those products, we were really facing a lot of delays, lot of challenges in terms of process improvement. And with this M quality, which I just shared with you, we have improved a lot. Like our lead time reduced from 10 months to 6 months, and with better recording of the data, with better efficiency of the processes. So these are the few steps in this heading under what, like our exclusive brands, they started with the requirement profile, and then we are having a second step, which is the signing our agreement with the supplier in terms of product specification. Then we are also having the supplier qualification part in place, sustainability policies implementation, being the corporate organization, and then we are also monitoring our product through sensory steps and the lab checks. So all these previously were managed like in an Excel based system or in a paper based system, but now they all are, these all processes are digitized under the heading of M quality. So we have number of modules, and each module is specifically designed for each process, and then these modules are interlinked with each other. So it giving us end-to-end transparency between the different processes, starting from our product development till the product on the shelf. So this is giving us not only, you can see the data quality consistency, but also making our process more efficient. Because when we are developing, let's suppose, a product requirement profile, and when we are switching to the next step, then 60% of the data from the requirement profile automatically be copied in the product specification part. Same with the supplier qualification. With the improvement of our Q audit, like in the initial part, Gabor, you were explaining about remote audits. So we have incorporated that part as well in Q audits and technical visits. And because our intent is to go for GFSI certification, and we are having around 98%, 99%, currently our suppliers globally is on GFSI certification. So this was one part of our processes where we improved, where we transferred from our manual or the Excel-based systems to the digitized processes. It's called QMS digitization for exclusive own brand products. The second thing is, here I will just complete this slide with some information. This is the core part of our operation domain. So the previous slide was the core part of our product development, which is exclusive own brand products. And this is our operation part, where we start with this store operations, where we are catering around, we are having around 700 stores around the world. And then we are having around more than 20,000 food products within our stores. And plus we are also having food service delivery platforms, where we are delivering to the B2B customers. And then we are having again the product and supplier. So we have introduced three digitized tools across this whole chain. One is called Q audits. So we have introduced this Q audit tool because previously we were doing a checklist based manual filling, manual audits, going into the stores, doing the audits. But now we have transformed from those Excel-based checklists to the digitization system. And in this system, we have divided our Q audits in two parts. One is QMS part, one is store operational part. So operational part, we are definitely either sending our own assessors to the stores for internal audits, or engaging the service provider to do audits on our behalf. Then the second part is QMS part. QMS part is totally managed in the head office, because this is just a review and verification of the documentation related activities and some procedural activities. So Q audit we have aligned across the chain as a remote and as a digitized tool. The second is again, Mr. Krishnan was just sharing that the HACCP checks, like temperature checks, cleaning checks, receiving checks, the other storage checks. So we have digitized all QA checks and records in our stores. Okay, we have not have completed in all the 34 countries or 24 cash and carry countries, because still there is a challenge of some implementation, there is challenge of some understanding, there is challenge of some languages. So we are creating a multi-language approach in our digitization system. We are training our countries again and again. We are engaging the local service providers who are like my colleague was sharing previously, that there is also a challenge of utilizing these IT apps. So we are working on that part as well. So QC check in terms of HACCP are in place now in our cash and carry stores and FSD platforms. And now there is another QC check thing which is exclusively at the platform, which is only because in platforms we are only receiving and consolidating and delivering. There is no storage. There is only receiving, consolidating, and then storage, dispatching to the countries. And here we also have a digitized system for good receiving, where we are recording temperature at the time of receiving, shelf life, any pest monitoring activity, and then those data we can also use for our trend analysis. So these are the two key areas which are covering our whole supply chain, from product side and from process side and operation side. So based on this, I can just share with you what are the benefits we get out of it after implementing these digitized tools, these digitized practices. First of all, again, the time saving and analytics. Like I said, the record management, we improved a lot, because previously with this paper pen and the checklist based working or Excel based working, there is a huge time investment for recording of the data or for documentation purpose, and what we have estimated that around 50% time saving we achieved through this Q audits through these digitization tools. And then the second thing, you all know that in Excel based working or paper based working, there is always a difficulty to carry out the trend analysis, and then you cannot go for a continuous improvement. But this, due to these digitization tools, we can make even country to country comparison, region to region comparison, within country, store to store comparison, department to department comparison, parameter to parameter comparison. So lot of comparison you can do, and you can go for improvement, and it's very easy. The only thing is, like Mr. Krishna was sharing, that you have to have the grip how to analyze. So this is, and how to analyze. Metro is a big giant in terms of wholesale, and we are having our internal digital wing, which is called as Metro Digital. So they are supporting not only corporate team but also to the countries, and also in the countries or in the regions, we are having IT service providers who are closely collaborating with Metro Digital and Metro teams to perform these kind of trend analysis and training the countries for this data analytics. The second biggest thing is a user friendly. I must say, now with the advancement in the IT softwares, in the advancement of applications, there is a lot of solutions who can be easily implemented within the operational activities. Okay, there are still certain countries where we have the challenge, but we are training our staff which are on the floor, especially in terms of operation. If I say in terms of this auto checks, so challenges there, but still we have received a response like in terms of the user satisfaction survey. Here you can see even 92% are either satisfied or very satisfied with all these tools. So these are our this survey is from our internal user, because most of the Q audit tools we have applied is for our internal, plus somehow at the back end with the supplier, and in the front end with the B2B customers. So only 8% they stay neutral. They did not say that they are not satisfied. Okay, they are in the mood of you can say they are in a phase of understanding this concept, and later on they will also be transferred either to satisfied or very satisfied. So this is just initial survey results which we have done in 2021. And then we are also having our net promoter score, where actually we get an idea that, okay, whether we recommend, whether countries recommend it for other countries as well. Because initially we just launched these digitized tool for pilot countries, like one tool for 4 countries, another tool for other 5 countries. And then after getting the recommendation, we have this score of 100% satisfaction that, okay, these tools are ready to implement in other countries. And then this is another big advantage, that if authorities comes in the store, authorities comes to inspect us, or if authorities want to check the trend of our practices, our processes, our operations, then there is ready to you can say use a ready to present data for them, where they can just see the validity of our practices, and they can even recommend something if they want to have any you can say recommendation. So these are the clear feedbacks from a retail perspective, from a wholesale perspective, or from an industry perspective, that with this digitization of processes and procedure and operations, really there is a lot of benefits behind it. So I just make it slightly quicker, just to make sure that, okay, the audience get some quick cracks from these digitization processes. And if you have still question, I will be available. Yeah, thank you.